Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First, we want to give our praises to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ruach
Kadash. This is the Nations of Kings and Priests. My name is Brother Daniela.
And I'm Brother Abba.
And today's class is a Deuteronomy 28 basic breakdown. And we want to let you know that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and the ones who are scattered abroad with the confusion of faces, that fit the Deuteronomy 28 curses. And we do not go by skin color or by looks, but by the seed of the Father, which is in Numbers 1 and 18. So the first book we're going to go to is Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Deuteronomy. We're going to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. And it reads, For thou art an holy people.
For thou art an holy people. Go on.
Unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Stop. So the Lord thy God, he made us to be a special people, chosen. He chosen us to be a special people unto himself. And go on.
Above all people.
Above all people. Go on.
That are upon the face of the earth.
We are special people upon. We are special people chosen unto him, and we're above all people on the face of the earth. We are the salt of the earth.
That's right.
And we're the best at everything: football, basketball, soccer,
right,
art, etc. We are the greatest people here on earth.
That's right.
Alrighty. So let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
All right, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1.
And this is the positive part of when Moses was speaking to the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe and do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
All praises. So Moses gave him a choice. So this is the positive part. He said that he will. He said, if you hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God to observe, to do all his commandments, and if you do it,
you'll be blessed.
You'll be blessed, and you'll be above all nations.
That's right.
High above all nations.
That's right.
But this is the negative part. If you do not,
right.
So go to Deuteronomy 28:15.
All right, jump into verse 15, Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses, curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said, but in verse 15, he said, if thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and if we don't keep the commandments, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And this is one of the curses. I'll go to 16.
16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Meaning, we're in the ghettos. We work, we work a lot and get paid a little.
Right.
We're the last hire, first fire.
Right.
Pretty much. And I work with a brother, an older Jake, that Jake. Short for Jacob. He complains every day, and me and him are treated differently than the others,
right,
on a daily basis,
right.
And I wish he knew the truth. I try to explain the truth, but he's too prideful. But
right.
but these are one of the curses. So all right, verse 17.
17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
So cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. So all of our food and drinks, and the water that we drink it's cursed. It's poisoned. The air that we breathe, the
right.
GMOs,
right.
They made it to where that they can put organic and can still have chemicals in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and also businesses that
right.
we have businesses, but it doesn't last too long because
that's right.
Our products are too high. It costs too high because they charged to,
right,
like charge too much with the property. So they charge everything high and no one can afford it, so they have no business at all. Alrighty. So verse 18.
Verse 18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thine kind and the flocks of thy sheep.
So cursed shall thou be the fruit of thy body, meaning your children is cursed, and plus the land and most of your agriculture is destroyed, pretty much.
Right.
And all right, verse 19.
Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
No matter where you go, if you leave Babylon the Great, and if you don't keep the commandments, like these curses shall follow you.
Right.
And it won't stop until you hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right.
Because in John 14:15 he said, if he loved me, keep my commandments.
Right.
That's right. Add on to that, also through life and death.
Right.
I'm saying we're born into this life curse. Okay, you can barely you gotta have baby showers because what you can't afford all the things that you need to be a baby. Then to be born into this life. Okay, and then even when you leave, we gotta have fundraisers for our funerals.
Right.
All right, because we got curse coming in and curse going out.
Right.
Yeah, GoFundMe's.
Right.
All right, so let's go to verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
During slavery, our children were taken away from us and being sold to other nations.
Right.
And we couldn't do nothing about it.
That's right.
And like go to verse 41.
Verse 41. It says, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
So like I said, they were sold to other nations, and today, like the kids today of this generation, they're being incarcerated at an early age.
Right.
Like going to juvie or being charged as an adult.
Or getting slayed in the streets by the cops.
Right.
Exactly.
Or our Issacharite brothers that are being taken away at the border. Curses follow us to this day.
All right. Jump up to verse 31.
31. Going to verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee.
Stop. So, like, remember the native Indians with all their bison, the mass murder of their bisons.
Right.
The bison was all their sources, like their clothing, the food, etc.
Right.
Like that was their main source, and the Esau took all that away from them.
Right.
So Esau took everything away from them pretty much, and pretty much wiped out everything.
That was the curses.
Right.
All right, jump down. Go to Lamentations 5 and 11.
Going to Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 11. 5 and 11. It says, they ravished the woman in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah.
So when they came into the land, or we were brought into a land captivity, they took our women and they took advantage of them.
Right.
Pretty much. And all right, so Deuteronomy 20 and 30.
Deuteronomy, going back to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 30. Says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
So when the brothers had wives, like the slave owner, the oppressor took their wife and they couldn't do nothing about it. And if we did, then we would have got killed.
Right.
And 12 years a slave.
Right.
In the beginning, the dude tried to scream for or ask what was going on with his wife, and the Edomite shot him. All right.
So
go ahead.
30. I'm gonna read 30 again. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
like today, like you see our Issacharite brothers, like they build a lot of houses, but
Right.
but they don't dwell in it.
That's right.
Right. Even back in the day, we would build those outhouses, or the slave master's house, and we wouldn't be dwelling in those houses.
So what major slave master house was built by the Israelites that they don't live in?
The White House.
The White House.
The White House was built by Israelites, and not one Israelite dwells in that house.
We have never had an Israelite president.
Right.
All right.
That's right.
I'm going to keep reading 30. It says, "Thou shalt plant a vineyard and shalt not gather the grapes thereof."
And then jump down to verse 39.
Verse 39. "Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them."
Same thing for cotton as well. When we went out and like picked the fruits and the cotton, that we couldn't benefit from them. Like we had to lend them like all the sources, but we couldn't, have those sources at all.
Right.
So verse jump up to verse 33.
Verse 33. "The fruit of thy land and all thy laborers shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away."
Alrighty. So go to verse 48.
Verse 48. "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness."
So when we need things, we got to go to our oppressor.
Right.
Like things to eat, things to drink, clothes to wear.
Right.
We got to go to our oppressor because we are cursed people still to this day. And go on, fam.
"And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee."
So when we were in slavery, they chained us up and they put a yoke of iron upon our necks to forget who we are. From like the movie Roots, like Kunta Kinte went from Kunta Kinte to Toby, pretty much. And like my brothers mentioned, don't take the don't keep the man like
kill the Indian, keep the man.
Kill the Indian, keep the man.
Right.
So that's what they did to us. All right,
Right.
Is that all on 48?
We came out, Salakia. We came out African Americans. We came out Hispanics. We came out Latinos. We were destroyed as a people. That's what it says, destroyed. He didn't need those yokes of iron anymore.
We went in as Jews and came out African American and Latino.
Right.
That's right. All right, verse 49.
Verse 49. "Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth."
So who's as swift as the eagle flieth? Babylon the Great, pretty much the USA. The U.S. emblem is the eagle.
Right.
And they're swift. They know how to conquer, pretty much.
Right.
And them and Esau have been conquering, like on the so-called white man, been conquering for probably like over hundreds of years since the Grecian captivity. So from the Grecian and Roman and today. Alrighty. So verse 50.
"A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young."
A nation of fierce countenance. They had wickedness, and they didn't care what age you were. They wanted you to work.
Right.
And like they weren't really sincere. Like they didn't really care at all.
Right. They were killing everybody, babies, kids, old women, old men, showing no favor.
So jump up to verse 68.
Verse 68. "And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again."
So it says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again." So let's go to Exodus 20:2. What does Egypt mean?
Okay. We're going to the book of Exodus 20 and verse 2. It says, "I am Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. That's what Egypt means within that context. So let's go back to Deuteronomy 28:68.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Con.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Con. So, like, who are the only people that been on ships and went into captivity? It's the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today.
Right.
Right.
And it confuses the faces that were scattered abroad the four corners of the earth, which is in James 1:1.
Right.
Con. So, I jump down to 64.
Con, I just want to add on that. It said, and you should be sold to your enemies. Okay, keyword enemies. When we got off those slave ships, we were sold to our enemies, the Edomites. All right, 1619 for the so-called Negroes and 1492 for the so-called Latinos. All right, what verse?
64.
Going to verse 64. It said, and Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Con.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Con. So when they took us on ships, like we all scattered out. Like my people today, the so-called Haitians, Levites, we were taken, like we were sold by the Africans, and we were sold away. We were sold by the Africans to the French.
Right.
And at the time, the French and the Spanish took us to the land of Hispaniola. So like, so everyone split it. Like my brothers went to the Americas already, and like everybody scattered out pretty much. Alrighty. So go to Isaiah. Is it 1 and 3? Correct.
Isaiah, the book of Isaiah 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
So the ox and the ass are pretty much not so smart animals, and but they know who their owner is, pretty much. Go ahead.
But Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider.
So Israel is less. So like since the ox and the ass knows who their owner is, we don't know, and that's a bad thing. And
right.
He compared us to the dumbest animals in the world.
Right.
And like that should make you feel like crap, pretty much.
Right.
Like that's where he sees us. Alrighty. So Hosea 4 and 6.
Right, we're going to the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Go on.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
He said, like since we rejected knowledge, he will also reject thee. Go to Job 33 and 14.
All right, we're going to the book of Job, chapter 33. In verse 14, it says, for Yahweh speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not.
The Most High Yahweh, he will warn us once and twice. He'll warn us through brothers. He'll warn us through the internet, these classes. He will warn us any kind of way, and most of our people won't get it, and they'll never get it.
Right.
And when we're out in the streets, we like we cry aloud and spare not.
Right.
And we try to reach out to our people because our people are in decayed state, but they don't want to hearken. So that's why like 2/3 are going to be destroyed.
Right.
And only 1/3 in the elect will be saved. Alrighty. So Jeremiah 17 and 4.
All right, we're going to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. It says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Go ahead.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
So today we are discontinued from our heritage, and most of our people don't know who they are according to thus saith the Lord. So that's what we do.
That's right.
When we reach out to our people and let them know who they are, so they can come back, so they won't be destroyed by the Most High's anger, pretty much. Alrighty. So what is required of you, and what's the duty of all men? Ecclesiastes 12:13.
All right, Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13.
This is what you're supposed to do to get rid of these curses, so you won't be a part of that judgment that will be coming soon. Go ahead.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
Yes, keep his commandments at the best of your ability. Come back to your nationality and your heritage, and he will work with you because he loves his children.
That's right.
Alrighty.
That's right.
So that's all that I have for now. And if anyone got any precepts, then
Galatians 5:1, please.
All right.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 1. Stand fast thereof in the liberty wherewith Hamashiach hath made us free.
And that is the bondage that we in. We free with the Mashiach. Going through what we're going through with the curses. But that faith that he gave us. That faith that he showed us.
Right.
That's right.
And be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage.
So we, even though we physically bonded, we free in spirit. Because of him.
Any more precepts?
I got one. Deuteronomy 28 and 37. Says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations where Yahweh shall lead thee. So we have become a byword. We're no longer called by our biblical name, Judah on down to Issacharite, but we are called African American, Latino, Hispanic, Taino. All these names were given to us, right, through a curse. That's all I got. If anybody's got any more precepts.
Daniel 9 and 11.
All right, going to the book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 11. It says, yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey the voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, because we have sinned against him.
That's why we cannot say like we not in bondage. We're not in the curses because I'm good. We can't say that all Israel has sinned.
Right.
Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 3. See, because now we know these curses. Now we know who we are. Now we come into that spirit of repentance, okay, and asking the Most High for forgiveness. And through that, we shall be blessed. All right. That's why we had to go through this as a punishment. The punishment is almost up. So now the curses are about to flip. The curses are flipping as we speak. All right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 3. That then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee.
So the Most High God is going to turn that captivity that we under. This curse that we under, he's going to turn those curses. All right. Go ahead.
And will return and gather thee from all the nations.
So all the nations we've been scattered, and he's going to gather us back. All right, go ahead.
Whither the Lord thy God have scattered thee.
Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
So all these curses we just read are going to be put upon our enemies.
Right.
All right, we had to go through them. Now they got to go through them.
Right.
Double fold. Go ahead, brother.
And on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
So on those that hate us and persecute us daily, all right. They're going to feel like we had to feel them, they're going to have to feel them. And that's the power and the spirit and the mercy of the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
I got precept.
Done. Go ahead and bring it out.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord.
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to flip those curses.
What was that last scripture?
Wait, Romans 12:19.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to flip those curses, and it's happening right before our eyes.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why we give all praises to the Most High Yahweh and His Son Yahushua. And we come back to these commandments.
I got one. So good. Baruch, give me two.
Yeah.
So, wow, yeah, you know, I was thinking of going there.
Yeah.
But check this out. Give me 2 and start at verse. Let's start at verse 31 and keep reading.
The book of Baruch, chapter 2, and verse 31. And shall know that I am Yahweh their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Because now we see ourselves understanding these scriptures,
right.
Breaking down these scriptures, understanding that we cursed, understanding how we can get out of the curses, what true faith is, how to be men of the Most High God, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? This is the time, brothers, right?
Right.
Like we see the time now, man. Like this is happening, right? Rena?
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
We're gonna. That's what we're praising him today, right?
Right.
Read.
And think upon my name, and return from.
And think about what?
Upon my name.
Yahweh Bahashim Mashiach Yahushua. Read.
And return from their stiff neck, and from their wicked deeds.
That's why brothers like us, who were wicked as hell, can turn back to the Most High God and be men of the Lord, right?
That's right.
Read on.
For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Most High Yahweh.
Read on.
And I will bring them again into the land which I promised, with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
Read on.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them.
Forever, man. Right? Read.
To be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Is that all? I hope this was edifying to the elect, and peace and blessings to Yasharallah. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.